Yeah, here we go. Old school RuneScape removes gender selection in character creator and adds pronoun options. Is nothing sacred anymore. I'm Cat the Beefy with the Game Vault, and this is another video about stupid DEI in games and how it's just ruining modern gaming, and apparently it's also ruining older games as well. Well, let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. Alright, so it looks like old school RuneScape developer Jake X announced it removed gender selection and added pronoun options in its character creator and makeover interface. This is so freaking silly and so stupid. This is a fad that's going to go away, and everybody's going to look back at it and go, my god, I was an idiot back in the day. Kind of like those of us that, look back in the 80s and see ourselves with the girls with the teased hair and the guys with mullets and jean jackets with, Judas Priest on the back. We kind of laugh at ourselves a little bit. At least we didn't cut our wieners off, That's a big difference there, but still absolutely insane what's going on and how all of these companies are just bowing down to this small group of people that are suffering with mental illness. And, and they're forcing it on everybody else then, okay? And you may say stuff like, well, it's not that big of a deal, body selection, all that. Back in the day, you chose a male or a female character, right? That's how you started off on your journey on creating a character. If they allowed either gender, that's how you started it, male or female. Sometimes it said man, woman, male, female, boy, girl. Sometimes it just had the little symbols, for male and female. And you started there, and then you worked on your character from that. Look at Fallout 4 as a prime example of it. You could play as either the husband or the wife. There was nothing else. And you didn't choose body type A or B or body type 1 and 2. That's where they begin to try to blur the lines of reality. And that's where all of this crap comes in, all this nonsense comes in, and all this wokeism. People, well, why do you call it woke? Because it's woke. Because you're trying to destroy reality and mold it to this weird fantasy that some people have, that they can be something other than what they are. And they can't, I mean, you can change aspects of yourself, yeah. You can change the color of your hair, you can lose weight, you can gain weight, you can work out and get stronger, you can diet and get smaller, all kinds of stuff like that. You can't make yourself taller. I mean, you can wear elevator shoes like Robert De Niro, I guess. You can't make yourself shorter, but you can hunch over, I guess, if that's what you wanted to do. You can't change, you can go tan and change the color of your skin a little bit, but you're never going to change your race, just like Michael Jackson never became white no matter how hard he tried. It's just, these are things that don't change. And everybody understands that, right? But when it comes to gender, everybody's like, whoa, that one you can change. No, you can't, dude. It's wrong. It's so wrong, and it's so weird. And it's so sad that, so many people are going through this weird gender dysmorphia, and the people around them don't care enough to help them. They don't care enough to tell them, hey, man, you're going through some weird stuff right now. Let's talk about this. Let's get a professional in here. Why do you feel this way? And what can I do to help you feel comfortable in your own skin? That would be kind of cool. A lot of these people probably don't want that. And I get it. This online culture has divided everybody up into like weird factions, blacks versus white, men versus women, LG versus BT, whatever. I'm just making stuff up there, but it's like this weird thing where, you have these factions, and all you got to do is go online and say, I feel this way today. And instantly on social media, you're going to have people that say, hey, that's okay, everything's going to be fine. And they're going to just encourage you in your mental illness, right? And that's not right. Like, if I went online, I said, you know what? I gained so much weight, I'm fat. So I decided I'm going to stop eating to lose weight. And there'd be a lot of people that'd be like, oh, no, it's, don't do that. There's other ways to do it. You can diet, you can go healthy things. You could do this, you could do that. And that'll be fine. But once you start losing, you start posting pictures, it'd be, oh, you look great. And all you're doing is starving yourself, right? You're basically embracing anorexia at this point, right? And eventually you're going to get sick and you're going to not feel good and all that. Would people continue to encourage you, hey man, I haven't eaten in 30 days. Look at that. I've lost 45 pounds. I feel great and all that, my skin's hanging. I don't look so good. My lips are chapped and, oh yeah, you look great, man. Everything's great. Keep it up, man. Another 30 days, you're going to be right on target. I don't know. But anyway, the official Old School RuneScape X account announced the patch on August 14th, writing, game update, grab your duo. Slayer Partners is back. Not only is this feature finally returning, but we've brought with it some fresh QOL. And they said that the silent part after that is for the modern audience. It added plus some Pole 82 changes, including the ability to wield certain tools in your offhand. All right. In the update notes, JGX detailed, in the updated makeover interface, players may now choose between body type A and body type B, offering the freedom to pick either body type without the restriction of gender labels. That's so freaking gay. Okay? That right there is one of the gayest things I've ever heard. Offering the freedom to pick either body type without the restriction of gender labels. If you pick a dude, or A, I'm assuming A is the guy, unless, they went full on and made the guy B and the female body is A. I don't know. Furthermore, it added, to give you even more room for self-expression, you can now choose a preferred pronoun for your character from the following options: he, him, she, her, or they, them. You can also continue without selecting a pronoun if that's what you prefer. The game will use the default based on body type, similar to how it always has been. So, I don't understand. So if the game is going to use a default based on the body type, what's the default for body type A? And what's the pronoun for a body type A? AE? And body type B, what is that? B, it's he, him, and she, her. Because that's a guy and that's a girl. It just makes no sense, man. Developer did not stop there. It also added all facial hairstyles can be now used by both body types. Wonderful. Nothing better than the bearded lady. We used to have to go to the circus for that. Now we can just go on TikTok and see dozens of them. Outstanding. Former World of Warcraft team leader Mark Kern, aka Grums, reacted to this update and also shared a screenshot showing what the makeover interface now looks like in game. He wrote, "They just ruined OG RuneScape. Mandatory and unasked for update forces body types and pronouns onto players." Yeah, a lot of people are tired of this kind of stuff. In a follow-up, Grums responded to arguments that have been made in the past regarding the removal of gender from character creators. He wrote, "If RuneScape patching an ancient game to have pronouns and body types is such a big nothing, then why do it at all?" And for real, man. And Nexus sucks, man. Nexus mods really sucks ass because mods have gone up to change things back or to take certain things out of games. And if you want to add stuff into games and all that, that's cool. Mods are there for you and all that. Okay? If I buy a game and I discover that game is full of LGBT propaganda in the form of flags and stickers and all that around there, and somebody makes a mod to pull them out and to turn those flags into American flags or just neutral flags, happy faces, whatever, different emojis, I don't care, anything other than that, Nexus will ban that mod for hate reasons, right? For hate reasons. Why? I just don't want to see that crap in my game. It's not hate. It's just I don't want to see it, right? But the fact now that you're going to not allow me to remove that when, other things could be done, right? You can make, you put the naked person mod in there. You can put the big wiener and the big boob mod in and all that other crap. But no. You got to leave those flags alone, man. That's hate. That's just, it's wrong. I should be able to do that. I should be able to play a game without looking at that kind of propaganda and getting annoyed by it. Oh, well, I'm a snowflake because I'm annoyed by it. No, I'm tired of it. You see it everywhere, and it's absolutely just boring at this point, and it's annoying. And a lot of us are tired of it. We don't want to see it anymore. Why do you think that people are peeling out on the crosswalks that are painted like flags? And they're getting felonies for it. And they keep doing it. What's that tell you? What's that tell you, man? Things have got to change in this country, man. We need to cram all that crap back in the closet, I'm afraid. Anyway, this change is done likely to promote the transgender movement and its accompanying ideology. An alleged seasoned artist informed Sausage Roll back in 2020 amid the release of Naughty Dog's The Last of Us Part 2 that female characters are being designed to look more like men in order to placate adherents to transgender ideology. Yeah, that 0.08% or whatever it is of humanity that little sliver of humanity that's so loud on the internet and, has to see themselves in everything. Otherwise, it's transphobic and hateful, and their rights are being trampled on. The artist stated it's not really about the sexual objectification of women. Women like men come in all shapes and sizes. To say that having big busty women is unrealistic is untrue. That is untrue. The insider then added, this is only true for trans people. Trans women can't naturally grow large breasts, and not all trans people can afford implants. If you see a game where the women are a little less curvy, it's not because the game designers are worried about receiving backlash for sexualizing women. It's because they're worried about offending the trans community. The trans community. I hate that word, community. I really do. Community just means... Community used to mean something, right? Community used to be where you lived. You had a community. You had, your town, your village, whatever, and the community was the people that lived within there. The community supported each other, helped each other out. Farmer Bob had a bad year, the other farmers would help him out a little bit because they know if they have a bad year, Farmer Bob's going to help those guys out. It's the way it used to work. Now community means a bunch of idiots online screaming at the top of their lungs for imagined transgressions against them and just, just not, I don't know, man. It's just absolutely retarded how things have gone. But he then revealed from a design standpoint, this is a really challenging problem. I've had many board meetings about how to tackle this. Trans people want realistic representation in their games, but they feel excluded if they are represented as too masculine or too feminine. That's why you'll see a lot of designers nerfing the female form, so to speak, so that the difference between trans women and cis women is a little less noticeable. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Silent Hill 2 remake, Angela, or Transila, as I like to call her, because it's absolutely gross. People, oh, you just don't like it because she's not hot enough for you to jerk off to. No, dude, this is why. They're trying to make her look like a trans person, and it's gross. It's tiresome, and it's unnecessary, and it's ruining gaming, and it's just, that in itself is just one thing, but when you combine it with everything else that's going on, you combine it with the poor writing, the broken games that are coming out on release, the microtransactions, all the bad things that are happening in gaming all at once. This is all a direct result of DEI because these companies practice DEI not only on what they publish and put out for you to play, but in what they hire. Why do you think games suck so bad anymore? Why do you think there's so many broken games that come out? Games that are not in working order, have so many things wrong with them? Because they're not hiring the best people for the job. They are filling quotas, and filling quotas does not get you the best people for a job. All it does is it checks boxes off. Okay, we have this percentage of black people. We have this percentage of women. We have this percentage of the LGBT community. We have this percentage of trans people. We have this percentage of disabled people. We have this percentage, and it goes on and on and on. The list goes on and on. And when you do that, you water down the talent pool immensely, So, yeah. Sorry, that's the way it works. Anyway, more recently, YouTuber Yellow Flash decided he received similar information from an inside source, or detailed that he did. He relayed, I was told that it was done to be ambiguous, to make everyone feel okay and included. They're purposely trying to walk a line here so that they don't offend queer people. That's what I was told. Now take that with a grain of salt. So if the trans community complains, and they're only a percentage of people, why not have the straight community, the non-trans community complain? Our voice would be the sound of a nuclear bomb compared to theirs. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I urge you to share these videos and comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Subscribe to the channel because we'll keep talking about this kind of stuff and keep pushing back against gaming and all this nonsense with DEI. And I encourage you, go out there and tell your friends. If you hear friends talking about something like, hey, I'm going to buy this new game, and you know that it's already infected. I'm going to go buy Silent Hill 2. Why don't you hold off and wait a minute? Don't pre-order that. Let's, and then explain why. Turn into one of my videos or someone else's video or something. Let them read an article, whatever, about it. And let them understand what's going on. And let them understand how much impact they can have just by not buying something, just with their wallet alone. These people don't like us as gamers. Gaming developers don't seem to like us very much, and journalists absolutely hate us, especially guys that do something like me who talk about stuff they don't want to talk about and talk against what they talk about. They hate us because they know we're the future and they're the past, and they're slowly just dying off, and that's only a good thing. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. As always, I'm Cat the Beefy with the Game Vault. Until then, peace.